Our prayers to the International Court of Justice, the ICJ, is in conforming to our earlier request that there should be an intervention by the ICJ in relation to the incremental, not only genocide that are being conducted, but clearly the action is irreconcilable with the world social justice and world human rights. Rafah.
South Africa wants an urgent request from the International Court of Justice for the additional measures and modification of provisional measures previously granted by the World Court. Pretoria says Israel must immediately withdraw and cease its military offensive in Rafah. It says the previous measures are not adequate as the situation worsens in Gaza. Hamas says it's grateful to South Africa.
Unfortunately, after the first move to the ICJ, we were expecting that the ICJ would release or decide immediate stopping of this genocide and aggression against our people. But everyone knows that they have released some so-called instructions to improve the humanitarian situations in Gaza, but not to stop the genocide. Now we are facing the same serious situation of 4 months ago when South Africa moved to the ICJ, that despite of all political pressures, despite of all the diplomatic movements, the UN resolutions, the UN security resolution of a ceasefire agreement, even the brokered deal, the negotiations for a ceasefire, the movement, the resistance led by Hamas have accepted the brokered deal by the mediators, the United States, Egyptians and Qataris. Despite of this, the Zionist regime in Tel Aviv have decided to throw all these deals in the trash.
Namibia, which also remains firmly in support of the Palestinian cause, says it's fully behind South Africa.
It is within South Africa's right to go back and say, we have asked for these measures and nothing has changed. In fact, things have gone worse. So, I think because of where we stand in respect of Palestine, it is correct. It is only correct that Namibia supports South Africa's stance on going back to the International Court of Justice so that they can tell us what should we do differently? What other process or application should we follow for Israel to desist from what they're doing in Palestine?
South Africa is also hosting the Global Anti-Apartheid Conference on Palestine. Delegates here say what's happening in Rafah is appalling.
It's more than that. It's the next stage on the path, this cruel, vicious, genocidal path to displace the Palestinians, to wipe them out. It's part of a long-standing policy of Zionist Israel. Back from 1948, it continues. And we can't simply sit back and wait for this verdict from the International Court, our government. Things have got worse. It's now Rafah's turn, and we're doing what's necessary.
It's because of our Jewish values that we are here, because we believe that Jewish values are healing the world, and genocide is something that is actually destroying this world and traumatizing the whole world at the moment. This conference is very important in upping the struggle and upping the international resistance.